What is up, my Squirtle? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Okami. In the last episode, we entered Hana Valley in an attempt to rescue and save and all manner of prevent embarrassment upon Susano. And in this episode, ladies and gentlemen, Hana Valley is back to normal, and it is beautiful, gorgeous. Not beautiful, gorgeous, but it is wonderful. We will now spend our time here just having a little bit of fun. You know, how does that sound? I think we need to unwind. I mean, restoring things, man, that is a lot. That is a lot of work. I don't know about you guys, but I have to do that on my daily basis for my job, and I got caught by this guy, which really sucks. Jumping time! Oh, there we go. Okay, so he's going to go back underneath, but that is alright. I will, while he's doing that, I'm going to spend my time killing this imp and taking his stuff, because that is what I am best at, is killing people and taking their stuff. So let's give this guy a few good whacks. Now he's stunned some more. Keep hitting him. Oh, still stunned. And down he goes. Get that foil finisher out of him. And there we go. Ah, yellow imps aren't that bad. I actually kind of enjoy fighting them. And I did not get a perfect rank on time. That is sad. But yeah, Hana Valley now has a lot more to it. Now that it is completely restored. There are lots of trees we can bloom. Especially now that we have the bloom technique. Some animals we can feed, and these ones actually take seeds, and they will give us some praise for that. And there's also a reward for blooming every single tree in Hana Valley. And there are also those cursed trees that we will learn a new technique when dealing with them. In fact, here's our chance. Creepy old tree just won't give up. I've got an idea, Ami. Maybe you could hit its fruit right back at it. While it's stunned, you could use bloom to rid it of evil. Let's give it a shot. Let's hit that back at him. Use our bloom power, and there you go. Worked like a charm. Let's take a look at this thing right here. The statue's all dirty. That's proof that it's been watching over us for ages. This is just a tiny little reference to statuettes that are left all throughout, or used to be left all throughout Japan, that were supposed to, they're basically supposed to mean good luck, good fortune to anyone who passed across them, and the like. Now, this here, whoa, Ami, hold on. Hana Valley looks so much better now, but what about this gloomy patch of grass? You can use the power of bloom to fill it in. Just fill it with your brush and bloom will take care of it. Now, this is kind of cool, because this is a conjunction of two powers, both rejuvenation and bloom. So what we can do is we can actually hold triangle, and that actually makes our strokes much, much bigger, so we can fill in a lot larger of an area. Look at that. Just bloom it away, and it's going to leave behind a scroll for us to read, actually. I believe this has a bit of information. Nope, no, this is just tips on green sprout. Never mind, I will not read that. Scroll here too, eh? Looks like a travel guide. It's an ancient record of a pilgrimage across the land. This is a thing, it'd normally be worth a fortune, but with all the copies out there, you probably wouldn't get much for it. At any rate, if you ever want to read it, just press the start button and yeah, I get it. All these travel guides are written by a certain character that, well, I'll get into him a little bit later. But for now, I hate this tree, by the way. He just takes forever to either acknowledge you, or you actually have to always provoke him by going up to him so close that he'll punch you, and he's just a rude tree. He's a very rude tree, and I am not a friend of... He's no friend of mine, and I am no friend of he. Anyways, hop up here, and there's actually a green glowing spot. Dig this up, we get a clover. Clovers can be found all throughout the game, and they can just be bloomed for praise. Very, very, very simple, but, hey, free praise is free praise, right? Now let's keep heading over this way, and there's something I'm going to teach you guys about the bloom technique coming up here. So bloom is kind of a interesting technique, and it's also a little bit touchy, especially in the Wii version. While it's, it seems simple enough, just draw a circle and yada yada yada, you got it, and that should be all there really is to it when it comes to blooming a tree. Well, the sensitivity when it comes to drawing the circles it's a bit iffy. I'll just say that. Like here, let me get rid of this guy and I can actually show you. So when it comes to drawing circles, usually in the PS2, PS3 version, the best way to do this is to start at the top of the arc and just draw a full complete circle. It doesn't have to be too fancy, and it doesn't really have to be too small or large either. In the Wii version, however, it's a little bit of a different story. Because you're going to be drawing so fast, you can move your brush so much quicker than the way I'm doing it right now. This is the fastest I can move my brush around. Because you're going to be moving it so quickly, it's a lot harder to get more precise and perfectly rounded circles. Like, that's not a very easy thing to do with a Wii remote, what I just did right there. And not only that, it doesn't always recognize it either. The best way to use bloom on the Wii version is to draw very small and tight circles like that. It's more precise. It actually makes it look a lot more like a circle. As you'll notice, usually when you draw anything a lot smaller, it can look a lot more precise when you draw it really quickly. And it works in the Wii version as well. So just if you ever have a problem with drawing circles, just start at your point and draw a quick, just kind of a quick wrist flick of a circle, and it usually works. But anyways, down here, and oh my gosh, I thought we already crashed this party. Excuse me, sirs. I'm here to have a little bit of fun with you. So allow me to just steal your blue teeth. Excuse me, that was very rude of you. I do not appreciate that. Let's get rid of your thing too. Come here. Oh my gosh, he almost hit me. That would not have been okay. Give me your blue teeth. Give me all of the fangs and the jaws. Except for not the jaws, because I do not want your sharks, please. Alright, let's head over here. Now there's this freaking item I cannot wait for us to get, and it's already kind of bothering me that I don't have it right now, because it just makes things so much more useful when it comes to collecting enemies like ink and stuff after you've killed them, as well as demon fangs. You don't have to actually jump into it all. You'll see what I'm talking about in not too long from now. It'll probably be, I don't know, it shouldn't be more than 6 or 7 episodes from now, so it's not too long, too far away, but nevertheless I am very excited for it, and I cannot stop thinking about it. It's always on my mind. It just festers there. Anyway, we also have some monkeys that have appeared here upon fixing that disaster of a party. And monkeys are cool because they basically take anything except herb feed bags, which I've never understood, because wouldn't fruit fall under the herb category? I mean, it definitely wouldn't fall under seeds, fish, or meat. So I would think fruit would go in the herb feed bags, if anything, but whatever. I don't know. I'm not the one who makes the rules here, so I guess my opinion just doesn't matter. Let's see if I can get 2 trees in one. You can actually do that. If you line up 2 trees, if you line up 2 trees, you can actually draw a circle over top of just one of them, and it blooms them both. So that's another little fact you can use for powering through areas that require you to bloom lots, such as those lines of trees that lead back to Kaneki from Shinshu. We can actually use it there as well, and I will make sure to do that. Remember, we have to get all the trees bloomed here in Hana Valley for a special reward, so that is why I am doing this. I mean, that and also the praise. I always like to seize any opportunity I can to get as much praise as I can. Also, let's just take a moment to realize, or to relish in how beautiful this music is. Ah, it's so good. Ah, I love it. It's just pretty. Seriously, this is hands down one of the best soundtracks, if not the best soundtrack that's ever come out in a video game. And I will get into that later, because I think people really underestimate exactly how powerful this soundtrack is. And the talent behind it, too. Like, my goodness. But that's for another day. I'll talk about that later. For now, we have one more tree to bloom, and here we go. Should be it. Now, all the way back where the painting was, a treasure has appeared. This is an important treasure chest, especially if you're going for 100% and or the platinum trophy. So, I'm going to run back there as fast as I possibly can, and I will actually just meet you on the other end. And here we are, so let's open up the treasure chest and see what's inside. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is called a sun fragment. Collect 3 of them to extend 1 unit of solar energy. Basically, that is layman's terms for Piece of Heart from Legend of Zelda, but instead it is pottery and not human organs. Yes, that is what we have obtained. There are 15 of those throughout the game, so no, you cannot completely extend your health all the way up just through the means of praise. You're not going to be able to get away with that, I'm afraid. Also, I can upgrade my ink, so I'm going to do that. It's also about to turn nighttime, which is perfect timing, because just as I get down here, there's actually a hidden treasure that is only visible at nighttime that I'm going to want to grab while I'm still here. But there is this clover that I can dig up in the meantime. Oh, come on, there we go. And perfect. Also, sometimes you'll notice right there when I dug that up, it wasn't immediately visible. The way that Ōkami just kind of, likes to combine everything on one screen. If things are too close, they just won't appear. As you can see, like right here, this tree's gone. If there's like a clover I mean, the tree it's basically on screen, but you can't see it. Now I can see it. See, it does that with clovers too. So you'll try to draw like a you'll draw bloom once or something, and you'll be like, why didn't it bloom it? Well, that's because if it's not visible on the screen, the bloom technique will not work. So there's another little tidbit. Now let's just wait for the skies to finally darken. Should be any second. There we go. Alright. Glad I didn't have to cut. Now, jump over here. As you can see, we have a white glowing spot, which indicates the hidden treasure chest. And inside this is a coral fragment, which we can sell. Now that we have done everything that can be done in Hana Valley, and yes, I mean everything, let's head back outside and bloom that other guardian sapling. Okay, that's a new brush technique in the bag. Now, Ami, before you get all excited and forget what you're supposed to do, I have an important tip for you. Ready? Okay, then this is exactly what I explained a few episodes ago. Basically, he is talking about the logbook, where with the logbook you can basically check if you ever get lost or stuck, you can go check back and see what you've done and where you possibly need to go next, or see any hints on where to go next. Let's go talk to Nameless Man real quick.
Freaky, it looks like the river suddenly cleared up. I did see Susano whizzing past here a little while ago, but surely it wasn't him who cleaned up the river, was it? Nah, that wouldn't make any sense.
Well, this guy has no faith in Susano. But, whatever. There it is, Guardian Sapling. Let's get over to that thing. And excuse me! No, I don't want to You know what? This is actually a perfect opportunity to show this. See these glowing spots on the outside of this? And this is something that the game will teach you a little bit later, but these glowing spots on the outside of the battlefield. You hit them enough times, and guess what? They glow yellow. And guess what you can do? Walk through them. That is called escaping battle. Yes, you can actually do that in this game. Whoop-de-doo. So, that is how you escape fights. Anyways, guys, just prepare yourselves. Things might get a little wet up in here, as this is one of the most beautiful cutscenes you'll ever see. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shinshu Field, the largest field in all of Nippon. Or at least that's what they say. No, most beautiful. Excuse me, largest field is a different place. But anyways, guys, just that music. Oh, I'll get into the music of this place in a bit. Wow, that nasty curse zone is completely gone. The plants and animals are back. And just feel that fresh breeze. That's what I call great divine intervention. Heh, if you keep on dispelling the evil curse like this, I bet the gods of nature will lend you their powers. And upon doing that, if you look back, check it out. Hey, that's Sakia's tree, isn't it? I bet you perked up because you revived a guardian sapling. Or two. Well, we can stop by and see her later. I mean, we're kinda on a roll here. How about we take a look around Shinshu Field first? You've been gone 100 years, right? A good run around the place will do you good. You know what, Isun? I wholeheartedly agree. But that run around is gonna have to wait for the next episode. And look, there's the tutorial on fleeing battle. Whoop-de-frickin-do. That's gonna have to wait for the next episode, guys. So with that, this has been the Squirtle King. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Let's Play Okami very, very much. And I will see you all in the next one.